Hi, in this video, we're going to talk about Countifs, SUMIFS, and AVERAGEIFS, which are very, very important formulas in Excel. So here we have a table where we're summarizing different stats about US and USSR astronauts that are further detailed in this larger database below. So first of all, we're going to say Countifs, and we're counting the number of astronauts that are for the US and the USSR. So we're going to bring this guy down, lock it, comma, and then we're going to hit the left button. If that doesn't work on your computer, you can just click somewhere and then use the directional buttons to indicate where you want to go, which is E3. You could also just type in E3 and parenthesis, bring that down, and you can see there are more US astronauts by far. So over here now we want to get the total mission hours in aggregate. So I'm going to go SUMIFS. The first thing, you can see this is a very similar format to Countifs, but it's a little different because first we have to indicate what we're summing. Before we were just counting, so all we needed was criteria. But here, we need not only the criteria ranges and the criteria, but we also need to know what we're summing. So in this case, we're summing the total mission hours. We're going to drag that guy down, F4, comma. Now the criteria is going to be nationality again. Now I could scroll up, but actually I'm going to just click here and then hit the down button. And there we are at the top. At G11, the beginning of the nationality field. I'm going to go to the bottom again, lock that, comma. Now I can use the directional buttons to move around. I want to get to E3, and I'm going to lock that by column in parenthesis. There you go. So in aggregate, there's 508,000 hours, and there's actually over 600,000 hours for the USSR. It's worth knowing. Obviously, these mission hours overlap. These astronauts are going together on missions, obviously. So this is not the total number of US missions hours overall. It's the total aggregate mission hours times the number of people on those missions. So this is an aggregate number. Okay, now we want to know the average mission hours per astronaut. This is a slightly more meaningful number. So I'm going to say AVERAGEIFS. And once again, we have to indicate the average range first, which is total mission hours. We're going to bring that guy down, lock that. And over here, very similar format to the SUMIF. We do nationality, lock that, put in nationality here, lock it by column and parenthesis. Now you notice I was locking it by column, which is not super necessary. The reason I did it actually is because what you could have done is just drag this across and switched out the formula to be AVERAGEIFS, which is what I would have done in typical circumstances. I would just say keep this format and then just say AVERAGEIFS. And there we go. We get the same result as we got the other way. In a future video, I'm going to explain why we are using the version with the S at the end. But for now, I'm going to leave you guys with this. Hope this was helpful. Please leave a comment if you have any questions. And please subscribe if you think videos like this will be helpful to you in the future. We actually have a whole series of videos about all kinds of topics. Thanks so much for joining.